Hi, everyone. Today, you're in for a special treat. If you're new to the show, we often feature individuals who have taken the leap of faith off the corporate ladder. We call this burning ladders because typically the individual who has made this leap got to a point of the career burnout and desired to be more connected to their passions, purpose, and values. We'll be right back to share this week's burning ladder. You are listening to the Work-Life Eubiosis podcast with your host, Charleston Edwards. If this is your first time here, welcome. My goal is simple, to eradicate burnout and to bring harmony, purpose, and balance to this world, starting with the family. My hope is that the show and the story shared will provide encouragement and ideas that will be valuable to you on your journey to work-life freedom. So let's dive into today's episode. The story being featured today is from Lilly and how she surprisingly became a business owner. She had never been one to go after leadership roles or climb the ladder, and because of that, she had never imagined in a million years of starting a business from scratch. So listen in. Dear listener, this is the story behind how I happened to become a business owner. I've never been one to go after leadership roles, and never in a million years did I envision starting a business from scratch. This is my story. In retrospect, things started changing for me at the beginning of 2023. I had been at my job for a long time in the same position with no significant changes. This led me to start contemplating where I was going with my career. I was content with the work that I was doing. I liked my colleagues, and I was being paid well, so in my mind, I had no room to complain. Until then, I had taken a passive approach to my career. I just went along with whatever the next opportunity would take me. That approach was not leading me to a place of happiness and fulfillment. I started small by getting a couple of certificates to improve my knowledge and to be able to handle more responsibility. After getting the certificates, a few months passed and nothing much changed. I was sucked back into the day-to-day of my job, and I told myself I was fine for now. Until the day I received a message from my boss. Not thinking much of it, I jumped on the call. And to my surprise, the call informed me that I was being moved to a new department and would have a new supervisor. To say that I was shocked was an understatement. But of course, being the person that I am, I put on a brave face and didn't put up any objections. Despite the challenges, I maintained a positive outlook and adapted to my new role as best as possible. Fortunately, my new colleagues were incredibly welcoming, and I was excited to work alongside my new supervisor. However, my optimism was short-lived as soon as I learned that my supervisor was leaving the organization. This news was yet another surprise. It was a sign that I needed to start seeking growth opportunities elsewhere. It didn't take long before I received 2 great job offers. This was validation that I needed to move on. Before I knew it, I was submitting my notice and closing a significant chapter of my life. I moved on to the next best thing. So I thought at the time, and I was excited. Fast forward to a few months into my new role, something was wrong. Although this opportunity on paper seemed like a great fit, I was unhappy. I had increased in rank, earning the highest salary I had ever received, but I was in a funk. I didn't look forward to going to work, and I walked on eggshells around my new boss. My mental health started to deteriorate. Although not the ideal choice, I decided to leave my new position behind after much consideration of my well-being. For the first time, I had to sit down and think about what I wanted to do with my career. Until now, I had always done the logical thing instead of pursuing my passions. This led me to return to school part-time and learn about a field that has always piqued my interest, hoping to make a career change towards a path more aligned with my passions. In the meantime, I also threw myself into finding a new job. I decided to settle for a decent job for the time being, with the plan of starting my own business once I graduated from the new program. Little did I know that the job market had changed since I had been job hunting. Job positions in my field were scarce, and competition was high. Interview after interview, rejection after rejection slowly lowered my confidence level. I tried molding myself to what I thought the hiring manager wanted. I even compromised on my non-negotiable regarding my schedules and my salary, and still no offers came my way. I had never had an issue finding a job before, so why was it so hard now? I knew my approach to finding a job had to change. That's when something clicked in my mind. If I aim to start my own business, why not create one now with my new skills? That's when the idea of my new business was born. To my surprise, I found a new world and a group of people who not only had the same idea, but were thriving and willing to help. Like me, they desired control over their schedule, earnings, projects, and colleagues. So each day, I took steps to start my new business, and before I knew it, I was announcing my new venture to the world. Surprisingly, everyone in my inner circle supported this crazy new idea that I had. They kept encouraging me to push forward and to put myself out there. Slowly, my confidence grew, and I finally felt I was following the right path. This was the change I had been craving at the beginning of the year, but I didn't and couldn't pinpoint it then. Ultimately, I am confident that I had to go through all the uncertain times I experienced this year to reach this point. I hope my story may inspire others to find happiness and fulfillment in their career by considering other income avenues that might be out of the norm. If anyone identifies with my journey, I encourage you to look inward, invest in yourself, and follow your passions. We'll be right back after this break. This episode is brought to you by Own Your 5 to 9, an organization committed to freeing families of the rat race and burnout. Every organization has a leader, mission, and a set of values that drives the organization. But this is commonly missed in the most important organization in the world, the family. An organization has one mission for how it will impact the world. Why not the family? An organization goes into strategic planning routinely to align its values, mission, and projects. Why not the family? Whose Home, a strategic planning guide for families, is a workbook and a tool needed in all households. Whose Home takes a strategic planning approach with 10 guided exercises to define your core family values, family mission, and tools to operationalize how your family does life together. If your family is facing a big decision, Whose Home is for you. If you're considering a career pivot, Whose Home is also for you. If you desire more intentionality and harmony in your home, Whose Home is for you. Create a healthy culture, not a hustle culture, at home. Visit ownyour5to9.com to claim your copy today. I hope that you found a few nuggets out of Lilly's story. To summarize what we've heard, here are 5 takeaways and applications. Number 1, change takes courage. We all know change is hard, but it's no reason to sit in fear. Number 2, every personal brand should be personal to you. Lilly took her professional years and saw that she could do the same skills and her new skills as a consultant and as a business owner. She has also taken the other passions and integrated it into her startup. Number 3, building skills may be the next right thing. Lilly didn't sit idle. She did some soul searching, took her journey off autopilot, went back to school, and got qualified in the area that she was passionate about. Number 4, start small. Lilly isn't seeking fame, promotion, or riches. She was seeking purpose and fulfillment when she started up. She wanted to align how she spends her time to the void she had inside. This means that she took the small steps forward and realized that being a business owner isn't that scary. But she realized it will take time to build the business up to its capabilities on her watch. And number 5, network, network, network. The job market has changed, and getting the right position or the client is quite difficult. We all have a network, but to utilize it well, we must communicate frequently with our old colleagues, our friends, and family, not to burn bridges, never to burn bridges. The network will be the fuel necessary to boost confidence, give referrals, make introductions, and open doors that you didn't even see. Lilly had internalized that her ideas were crazy. But once she shared her vision with her network, she realized that it wasn't crazy after all. Everyone has been supporting her and are also inspired by her bravery. If you're on the fence of starting your own business, I hope that this story encourages you. If you need any support navigating your career or a startup that you've been dreaming about, I'd love to help you in finding clarity and giving some practical solutions to get going. Contact me through Instagram, LinkedIn, or my website at ownyour5to9.com. Until next time. Thank you for listening to the Work-Life Eubiosis podcast, part of the Work-Life resources created by Own Your 5 to 9. I hope that you have found encouragement and a few ideas to strengthen your journey to purpose, freedom, and balance. Have you overcome burnout and found a new way of life? Millions around the globe are still at the risk of burnout and losing it all. And your story may be the one that sparks not only a dream, but action. Visit ownyour5to9.com for more information and submit your story. While you're there, join the Work-Life Eubiosis newsletter and receive additional resources weekly right to your inbox. If you enjoy this podcast, take time to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Share it with a friend or loved one. Remember, the most important organization in the world is the family. Let's do our part to strengthen it. Thank you for listening.